There's a lot of talk about the end of globalization, fragmentation and decoupling and protectionism, as you said, and of course that is worrying. I want to come back to that. But before I go into it, I just want to say that on the ground, what we see of global trade shows that consumers and businesses are maybe doing something else. As I said earlier, we see that the export of intermediate goods still follows the trend of a 50% share. So, and then we look at two-way trade between the US and China, and the numbers released today by the Commerce Department show that this is still robust at about 690 or thereabout $billion. So when you look at the actual numbers we see of the volume and value of trade, it doesn't quite follow this language of, deglobalization. That being said, there is no doubt that there's a lot of geopolitical tension. There's talk of decoupling and fragmentation. And this will be very costly to the world if it happens.
Well, let's talk more about that. Let's talk about a signature piece of legislation that came out of the U.S. recently, the Inflation Reduction Act. It was met at best with ire from European counterparts, and the argument there is that it is providing unfair subsidies to domestic industries. Are there, in the WTO's view, some elements of the IRA that are incompatible with WTO trade conditions and terms and conditions?
Well, let's put it this way. Certainly, there's nothing in the WTO that prevents countries from trying to take measures to decarbonize their economies, to take environment-friendly measures, to try to get to net zero by 2050 or earlier. I think the issue is when we have subsidies that require domestic content, then we begin to get into areas of difficulty. And certainly what we would like to say is that a subsidy race will not be something that we see as being very helpful, because a race to the bottom is not what we want. And besides, there are many countries that don't have the fiscal space to participate in this race. So this is something we hope we can get away from. And hopefully the US and the EU will be talking to each other and other countries that are concerned by the IRA. We see the dialogue going on. We encourage it strongly. And I think it will yield positive results.
So you do not see a risk of a full blown-out trade war between the US and the EU at this point?
Well, we hope not. I mean, these are two trading blocs that are quite friendly to each other, and they have various means of talking to each other, various councils where they can meet, lots of exchange. So we hope it will result in something positive and away from a trade war.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.